Dear Commissioner Kos, dear Mrs. Cichanouskaya, leader of the Belarusian Democratic Forces, Mr. Casas Zamora, Secretary General of International IDEA, members of the European Parliament, friends from Belarus and friends of Belarus, distinguished guests. It's a great privilege for me to be hosting this high-level conference entitled Belarus, Building Foundations for Democratic Change. It has been jointly organized by the European Parliament and the International IDEA with the support of the European Commission and the European External Action Service. The title itself says that the conference is to be devoted to one of the most complex challenges facing Europe today, preparing the democratic future of Belarus. Colleagues, this conference is not about abstract ideas, it's about very specific policy choices, the institutional choices and the readiness for transition. More than 5 years ago, after rigged 2020 elections, Belarus remains a repressed country, yet the work on the democratic process continue. This type of work is now more structured, professional and forward-looking. We focus on rebuilding democratic institutions, bringing back justice and rebuilding public trust. The European Parliament and the European Union definitely stand with the Belarusian people and their democratic aspirations. We provide political recognition of democratic forces, financial support to civil society and free media. We have produced targeted sanctions and we always engage with the democratic structures in exile. Thus, we make it clear that legitimacy lies with the people. This long-term support is not only symbolic, it's a strategic investment in democratic transition of Belarus and in the stability and security of Europe. The situation within Belarus remains bleak. Systemic repressions, destruction of independent voices, and forced exiles. The recent waves of layoffs do not represent a step towards justice or reconciliation, because they are selective, because they show that there is no real willingness to change. Just to tell you that as they happen, more and more people are being arrested. The country itself unfortunately gets closer and closer to Russia, politically and in military sense. That's why constitutional reform, the independence of judiciary, accountability of prosecutor's office and fight with corruption, they all represent urgent priorities. Today's conference has as its theme those issues. First, we will talk about transitional justice, reform of the prosecutor's office, ethical governance and effective oversight, because they represent the pillars of credible and durable democracy. At this stage, I would like to express my gratitude for the democratic community and civil society of Belarus, who, even as state institutions are being dismantled, contribute to the initiative organized by International IDEA, and they don't cease to develop the legal and constitutional framework for a future democratic state using their international expertise. The history of Europe shows that success in transition depends on preparation, accountability and inclusion. And these are the main topics of today's conference. I am confident that we will reach the main objectives, which include strengthening networking, better policy tools, better understanding of what democratic transition in Belarus requires, legally institutionally and politically. The European Parliament and its delegation for relations with Belarus will continue to serve as a platform for this type of work and as a strong partner preparing for the day when Belarus can fully reclaim its democracy, sovereignty and the rule of law. With this, I would like to thank you for your engagement and I wish you a productive and forward-looking discussions. Now, to officially open the conference, I would like to officially welcome our esteemed guests. I was supposed to welcome Mr. Stefanuta, Vice President of the European Parliament, and indeed he will join us. He will speak at the conference, but at a later stage. So we are still waiting for the Vice President. And now I would like to welcome Marta Kos, Commissioner for Enlargement. Madam Commissioner, the work of DG ENIST in supporting Belarusian civil society has been instrumental. The Directorate General provides vital support to independent actors, human rights defenders, and democratic initiatives, especially at the time when it's needed most. We really appreciate your close cooperation and your continued personal engagement in advancing this important work. Madam Commissioner, the floor is yours.